So I haven't posted in a week, but I was sick. I have reasons. I didn't give up. I was sick. I tried recording 3 videos. All 3 recordings would have got me banned, blacklisted, deported, and as a Mexican slash white superior man, I should not say that. That is fucked up. Bryce Mitchell type shit. As a Mexican, I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. But yeah, newsflash. I just said horrible shit, some really horrible shit. I still stand on that shit. I still believe in that shit. It's not Nazi stuff. It's not Bryce Mitchell shit, but it's still bad shit. So yeah, I did not. I'm not putting that out unless people want it. But I wanted a video idea. So my new video idea that I'm gonna do a new series on because I was like, you know what? What's interesting? What's hard to make? What's this? What's that? What's entertaining? I want to make a UFC tier list of every fighter ever. Is it impossible? Yes. I want it. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, it's very impossible. But with the right team, with the right community, with the right people, I feel like I can do it. I want to do this because I don't care if it's impossible. I don't care about this. What I care about is just getting knowledge on UFC. I love the sport. I think if there's anything that will keep me interested, it's this. And I want to grow my community. I want something in my community of 50 subscribers, which thank you for letting me hit that. Well, it's not much. It's a community I want to build, and I want them to be a part of it. I want them to be a part of everything I do because who else am I doing it for? But let's just get into it, I want to make this very clear for you fuckers. You guys might be don't so you can't get me on this later, right? You can't get me on this later. I want to be very clear. Women and men will be put in the same tier list. Like I said, every UFC fighter ever put in the same tier list, and I'm not gonna rate a win over Julian Pena the same amount I would rate a win over Leon Edwards. Okay, I just want to make that very clear. This is completely equal. This is completely equal based on equality, and to be equal, you gotta be offensive. So it is what it is. Let's just start. Amanda Nunes. Immediately. All-time great. GOAT status. I mean, the competition, man. Like, the competition, in my opinion, isn't there. And this is what I'm saying. This is why I wanted to defend myself. The competition ain't there. Which it kind of sucks to say. She beat Misha Tate. She beat Cyborg, she almost got knocked out by Cyborg. She beat Misha Tate. She beat Cyborg. She lost to Juliana Pena, who I think is one of the worst women's fighters. One of the worst fighters I've ever seen. If you want it, she's champion. I hate women's MMA, and I'm not saying that because I hate women. I'm not saying that because, I'm sexist. I'm saying I hate women's MMA because y'all are dog shit. Not all of y'all. There's some really good ones that I actually enjoy watching. Juliana Pena is a champion. Juliana Pena is a champion. If you watch a Juliana Pena fight, you'll know that she's not champion material. And Amanda Nunes has lost. She beat Ronda Rousey after Ronda Rousey got fraud checked by, what's that bitch name? Holly Holm. After Ronda Rousey got fraud checked, you beat Ronda Rousey on like a 2-year layoff, which is probably your best win. Cyborg is a really good win. I understand that, but again, I'm not comparing Cyborg to a person like Leon Edwards. Even though she's probably on more roids and more masculine than Leon Edwards, I'm just not comparing it. So greatest, all-time great. I'm not putting you in GOAT stat. You know what? Fuck it. Okay, but you see why this is complicated, right? How am I supposed to legitimately put Amanda Nunes somewhere on the level of John Jones? How? How, man? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to be sexist. I really want to avoid that. I can't I cannot bring myself physically to put Amanda Nunes on the same level as John Jones, Mighty Mouse, George St. Pierre. All these motherfuckers. I can't. I can't, man. You gotta understand. All-time great. I'm sticking it. I don't give a fuck. By the way, I just randomly generated fighters, so you're gonna see a whole different level of fighters from time to time. I didn't know how to even. I don't know. I don't know. Look, you're going with me the same way I'm doing this. I set this up in less than an hour. I thought of the video in less than an hour, and I'm gonna commit to this for years. So you're learning as much as me. You're on my way. Me and you are at the same spot, basically. Okay. Volkanovski, GOAT status. Volkanovski is GOAT status. I don't care what people say. I know his 2 recent fights haven't been great against Islam Makhachev on 9 days' notice or 11. He's a fucking Chad. Who cares? And Ilya Taporia, who has the most knockout. Look, man, his management team just fucked him. His management team fucked him. I hope he's not paying him that much. His coach, everybody fucked him for letting him take that fight. You're a piece of shit if you let him take that fight. I'm going to be so dead ass with you. But yeah, no, GOAT status. I mean, he has wins over Aldo. If you count Max Holloway as one of the greatest of all time, he beat him 2 times. I'm not saying 3. I think he lost the second fight. I really do. You know, for the benefit of the doubt, we'll say 3. It's on paper. 3. He beat Chad Mendes. Which I don't know why that's coming to mind. That win doesn't really mean a lot to me. Yair, Randy Yair. There was a point where Korean Zombie was getting a title shot against him, because he kind of just cleared out everybody who was worthy. Brian Ortega, who I don't think is that good, destroyed Yair after Yair had a good performance against Josh Emmett. I mean, he even fought really good come-up people. Like, honest, look, it's Volkanovski. Do I have to explain? He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT of featherweight. If you don't count Aldo, the people who count Conor McGregor as the GOAT of featherweight, or they put him in that conversation, he's not. You're a retard. If you hear someone say Conor McGregor is the GOAT of featherweight, or even close to that, you know what? Top 3. No, not even top 3. No, not even top 3. If you hear them saying top 3, they're a retard. Drop them from your group. Just don't associate yourself with those people. They are horrible people. They suck. I hate them. But yeah, I mean, he's arguably the GOAT, unless you want to count Aldo. But I mean, it's Volk. You know, it's Volk. I think Volk fought harder competition. Max Holloway 3 times isn't easy. Arguably won against Islam Makhachev. He's dead. I'm sorry. I hate reminiscing about Volk, because he's fucking dead. He died against Taporia and Makhachev, and we just let him do that. We let him do that. And then he opened up about his mental health. We let him do that. But either way, he's GOAT status. By the way, this will be in order. So I know some people do tier lists where it's not in order. They'll do all-time greats, or they'll put them in the same row, but they're like, oh, well, it's not in order. This will be in order. I want this to be as official as possible. Moving on to Glover Teixeira. Glover Teixeira, real contender. I'm not putting him at an all-time great. I know he's good. And I know he's had title shots before. He fought John Jones for a title shot. I know he beat Jan Blachowicz. He got the title. He had the title. I'm not putting Glover at all-time great. While I do think he's a legend. I mean, in my book, fucking Tai Tuivasa is the legend, man. Like, while I do think he's a legend, while I do think he's good, while obviously he's coaching Alex Pereira, that shit doesn't count. No one cares about that shit. Or people care, but it doesn't count. He's a real contender. You know, I'm putting him a real contender. He got the belt, immediately lost it to Yuri Prochazka, my favorite fight of all. I love that fight. And the reason I love that fight is because it's just, you want to know what street beefs is. If you ever thought, how would street beefs be in the UFC? It's basically that. It's just tards. It's just the slow bus fighting. They did the worst mistakes ever, but it was just a great fight. It was an amazing fight. And then he turned around and got destroyed by Jamal Hill. Very sad retirement. I hated that no one in the crowd cheered for him in retirement. They left him. They fucking left him. Kind of sucks, but real contender because he was at the top. You know, he went on slumps. He went on slumps. Don't get me wrong. He definitely went on slumps. But it feels like he fought his way back every time. He was 42-year-old champion. A 42-year-old champion. That's all I'm saying. Stipe couldn't. Stipe couldn't do it. Glover Teixeira, all real contender. I can't put him all-time great just because he doesn't have a title defense. And when he was supposed to get the rematch, he got dominated by fat McDonald's worker Jamal Hill. And apparently Jamal Hill's a bum. I love Jamal Hill. I think he's great. Apparently he's kind of a bum to a lot of people. Yeah, Glover. Real contender, man. I'm sorry to put you there. Derek Lewis, gatekeeper. Can I even put him gatekeeper? Like, he would. By the way, this is not Prime. I want to make this very clear. This is not Prime. This is how you ended your career or where you're at now. I'm going to update this consistently. Like I said, hey, if any of y'all want to help, if any of y'all, like, can actually help me keep in track of this and update this shit, I would very much appreciate it. This is hard work to do. Just alone by myself. I got other shit to do. This is very hard. Derek Lewis, I got to put you at gatekeeper because you were a real contender. Now you're fighting Nasukamoto. I mean, shit, bro. You're one fight away from fighting Taito Ivasa. I love Derek Lewis. He's a legend in my book. He's a legend in everybody's book. He's a gatekeeper. The only reason I'm putting him gatekeeper and not good, the only saving grace he had is he was a real contender at one point. He was a real contender at one point. Fought for the interim belt. I believe he fought Daniel Cormier. He's a gatekeeper. Now, at least. If he retired after he lost to, like... Honestly, if he just never started losing, he'd probably be in real contender. He's a gatekeeper. I hate to say it, I love Derek Lewis, but, like... Let's be honest. He's not fighting for a belt anytime. He's never going to fight for a belt again. He's not fighting Tom Aspinall. He's not beating these guys at heavyweight. This new generation at heavyweight, he's not beating. And with an all-time tier list, this is kind of we have to do this. We have to compare skills, and his skills just don't match up. So, yeah, Derek Lewis, I love you, man. My beautiful black king. Yeah, you're fucked, man. I'm sorry, bro. You're a gatekeeper. Izzy Adesanya. GOAT status. I believe Volkanovski is better than Israel Adesanya. Adesanya had his run, but who do you have his run against? Vittori, who's dog shit. Paulo Costa is like 1-4 in his last few fights. Against elite competition. Don't get me wrong. Elite competition. Jared Cannonier almost got knocked out by a hobo cop. The guy was on a shit ton of roids. You know, looking back on Adesanya, it's very impressive because he beat these guys in their prime. But a lot of these wins, they didn't age well. They did not age well at all. And that's something I got to look into more. He's still a GOAT status. You know, he had a really close fight with my legend, my glorious king, DDP, who will be there. He will be there one day, trust and believe. Other than that, I mean, he lost to Sean Strickland, who I think Sean Strickland is not that good. I think Sean Strickland had one great night. While he's always been elite competition. Sean Strickland has always been a real contender. But, like, he finally got his chance to prove it, I guess. But people weren't aware of that at the start. He's not above Volk. He's not above Volk. Still GOAT status. Still second greatest middleweight of all time. Obviously, first is Dricus du Plessis. But, yeah, still second greatest middleweight of all time. My African, Chinese, New Zealand, whatever the fuck you are, my brother. My brother. It's just your wins haven't aged well. I'm not putting you above Volk because your wins have not aged well. Volk, I mean, look, it's hard to put anyone above Volk. Kamaru Usman. I love Kamaru Usman. I think he's I genuinely think he's one of the greatest mixed martial artists of all time. Purely based off the fact that his striking was dog shit. Bro, he threw a double punch. He threw a double punch versus Sean Strickland. Fucking Cobra Kai looking ass move. But I mean, he learned. He knocked out Jorge. He proved everybody wrong. He was striking with Leon Edwards at times. And if I'm comparing skill and resume, while he is on a 3-fight losing streak, I don't think he should be. I really don't think he should be. I think he beat Hamza 2-1 very clearly. It was a close fight. But he beat Hamza on 11 days' notice, 2-1. Leon, he was dominating the first fight until Leon head kicked him. Just killed him, really. He killed him, flatlined. Do I put him above Adesanya? Because, look, Adesanya, at least when Adesanya is losing, when he has lost, it's like, you can tell he's losing. du Plessis was winning on the scorecards, you know what I'm saying? Imaivov, while Adesanya had a great first round, he got knocked out, he got caught. Pereira, I thought Adesanya dominated the first Pereira fight. It was 2-2. It was 2-2 going into the fifth. Sean Strickland got 5. I'm putting him above. Damn. Yeah, okay. Kamaru Usman above Israel Adesanya. I mean, the wins say it. Like, every fight that Kamaru has lost, he's in it. He's in it for the most part. You know, Hamzat, people thought it was a robbery. I still think it's a robbery. On 11 days' notice. Jorge, he knocked him out clean. He destroyed Jorge Masvidal again, or in the first fight. Colby, close fights, but, I mean, he finished Colby and beat him twice. He finished Gilbert Burns. I mean, none of those wins aged well. Gilbert maybe. But they were still elite at their time. You can't say the same thing about fucking Vettori. You're going to tell me Vettori was elite at his time for beating Kevin Holland? You can't say the same thing. And Kamaru, like I said, he just clearly has not lost a fight. Like, he destroyed Woodley in his prime. Without striking, people didn't really see that coming. He has all the tools to be great, and it sucks that he's not fighting. I'm putting him in GOAT status, above Adesanya. Valentina Shevchenko, all-time great. Fuck this bitch. I don't like Valentina Shevchenko. I really don't. I think she's one of the most boring fighters ever. She's had... Oh, my God, man. Her division's fake. Her division's fake. Now that it's actually getting elite, now that there's actually problems, she's not talking about fighting anybody. Manon Fiorot, now that there's actual prospects, she's not talking about fighting anybody. She's a boring fighter. All she does is throw leg kicks and just jab out of range for 10 minutes, and she gets a random head kick, and people say she's the greatest of all time. People said that she could compete with some of the men, she could beat some of the men, and I agree. I genuinely think you can beat a guy who's like 3-5. I'll give you that. You can beat a guy that's 3-5 at flyweight. But you're one of the most boring out of all. I want to make this official, but when I see a fighter like this, it's like, bro. It's like, how? How can I put you on the same level as Kamaru Usman, Volkanovski, Adesanya? I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm really not. I know it sounds horrible to say that. I'm not trying to be sexist. I mean, you avoided a fight with Amanda Nunes. You avoided super fights before. You'll probably avoid super fights again. Besides Zhang Weili. I really hope that happens. Let me just look at her resume real quick. God, it's just, she's annoying. She's annoying. She doesn't fight amazing people, but she gets credit as if she does fight amazing people. Let me see this. Okay. Let me read you the amazing resume of Valentina Shevchenko, okay? Oh yeah, I forgot she fought Amanda. Amanda beat her ass. That was a main event? Yeah, oh yeah, she fought Amanda twice. Hey, my bad. Shit, I forgot, bro. Okay. Amanda beat her twice, right? Now let's go to the wins. Joanna. Joanna's a good win. Very good win. Jessica I. Liz Carmouche. One of the most boring fights ever. Wait. That was a 5-round fight where Liz Carmouche threw 18 strikes. One of the most boring fights ever. Caitlin Sermonara. I don't know how to say it. I know she is, but I don't know how to say her fucking name. Jennifer Maya. Pretty good jiu-jitsu. I won't blame her. That's not bad. Jessica Andrade, who has kind of gotten fraud checked a couple times already. Lerone Murphy. Where Lerone Murphy landed 11 punches in 4 rounds. Like I said, Jessica Andrade, good win. She's an OnlyFans model. I'm not gonna call that. That's disrespectful as fuck. But she did have an OnlyFans. Talia Santos, who I don't think is that great. Good jiu-jitsu, maybe. I mean, shit, some people thought she won. Some people thought that Talia Santos won that fight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of neutral on it. I don't give a fuck. But you should understand the resume. Alexa Grasso, who has no ounce of wrestling in her fuck-ass life. And she got submitted by Alexa Grasso. You see what I'm saying? It's like her resume does not compare to someone like Amanda Nunes. I'm not. I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare fucking put her on the level. I don't even want to put her on the level of Glover Teixeira. Because at least Glover, he fought real dogs. He fought. He became champion at one of the prime light heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? It's like now he's coaching one of the greatest of all time. I'm gonna put her above Glover just because she has the title defenses on the main stage and everything, but she's not being on the level of Amanda Nunes. Keep in mind this. That's it for now. I just wanted to do a little startup to understand how exactly I'm gonna fucking do this, and I just want to make it very clear. This will be very long. This will be very fucking long. I hope y'all stay with me on this. I'm gonna update this weekly. I'm gonna update this consistently, and you're gonna see some fighters you've never heard of in your fucking life. Same here. I'm gonna see some fighters I've never heard of ever. But if I'm willing to do it, I hope you're willing to do it. I hope you're willing to follow my journey on this shit. It's gonna be random fight. Also, if you want to help me, put names in the comments. I'll go over it. I'll research their whole fucking career. Put a guy who's 0-2. I don't care. I'll research his career, watch his fights. I don't give a fuck. As long as he was in the UFC at one point. Okay, this is a journey. And I was also out of video ideas because nothing's happening besides Bryce Mitchell ranting about, you know what he's ranting about. I don't gotta tell you. Yeah, stick with me on this because, like I said, I really want to do this. Other than that, yeah,